Hi, me again. I have a few minutes before getting ready to go to work. Go deliver me some pizzas. Enjoy. Alright, so, yeah, I was watching a review about that drunken reviewer guy of the movie Falling Down, which I have in my collection, and if I have my glasses on, I can see you and point it out. There. Yeah, I'll be legally blind by the time I retire. Um, here. Well, it's up there somewhere. Anyway, point is, identity. Identity is key. It causes a lot of problems in the world. When you lose your sense of identity, it causes a whole lot of problems. When you get comfortable in a role in your place in your society and what that society kind of expects from you, and you're comfortable with that society, it's a place of power. You get a little bit, it's okay. You know. Oh, here we go. Anyway, yes. Here we are. Falling down. And, yeah, Kurt Russell. Oh, sorry, Michael Douglas. Uh, it's when people lose stuff like their jobs, their anything that affects their identity. One, when adults lose their place in life, a job, a sense of entitlement for whatever, good or bad, but if they lose that sense of identity, it just goes like it goes very wrong. Let's put it that way. It goes really, really, very, very wrong. If you're not this thing, then what are you? You're considered a loser because it's like, well, if I can't do this one thing, then what am I? What am I supposed to be? But a lot of that is also tied up with the male ego and shit, where it's like if I'm not that thing, it's like then clearly I'm no longer a man anymore. It's like no, you're a guy in a pickle. You're not a loser yet. But then it's like, but then if I'm not the breadwinner, but you're the breadwinner, but then it's like, well, whether the wife, is the breadwinner or not, it's still bad. And it's like, I have to be the breadwinner. I have to be. And, you know, that's what a lot of people going from the 50s into the 60s where people lost the concept of identity because, remember, people were questioning things. Because in the 40s, when the women went to work and then came back and became housewives again, they kind of realized, like, huh, I really can achieve more than what I did previously. I really can hack it. So in the 60s, when people started to say, yeah, no, this established ruling as it is, you don't have to be the breadwinner. I could help bring home the bacon too, which is fine, sure. But then it's like, but then you lose your job, and it's like, no, I'm the breadwinner. It's like, oh, I feel like such a loser. It's like, you're unemployed for 5 consecutive minutes. I'm pretty sure you can be fined for 5 consecutive minutes. Get back on the horse and find out. Just keep trying. Never give up. I think that's what one of the problems is when in Infinity Train is that the wife never fucking let the man let him live it down. Like she constantly keeps referencing how much of a fucking loser he is. It's like I'm pretty sure he tried because we see this going on for a while, but we never did quite understand how long that is, or how much he's tried, and how much is his own incompetence, and how much is just happenstance. Maybe it's the economy, for all I know. We've been through several. I've lived through several different times where I see adults going through a pickle. You know, when they say, "Okay, money's gonna be a little tight," like, didn't we just have this 10 years ago? Yeah, well, we're having this type of thing happen again. So, yeah, you're supposed to get a support by your spouse, but then you're not supported by your spouse, and you're constantly being referred to as, you know, passive aggressive informant of the loser. Yeah, you can hear the thought, like, yeah, with that, like internal thought, you loser. It's like, help the man. It's like he's trying. What he doesn't need is his well, someone who should be in his corner. You said, I will be with you. I am in your corner. We're in this together. And then later on, it's like, you loser. It's like, that doesn't help. It's not very helping. But people are more of a victim of circumstance. Even though they're totally capable. They're smart and they want to succeed, but the circumstances in their society prevents them. It can happen, and it has happened. But people don't like chronic losers, and the effect it has on people when they lose all concept of identity is detrimental. It just goes all over the place. So both parties have to be patient when bad shit happens and you lose your sense of identity. It can happen to anybody, you know, anyhow, and it's even worse for now because now there are bear traps everywhere. Everyone's easily offended by everything else. So we're, you know, as free spirited and open minded as we were claiming to be now, I'm just concerned that the concept of identity is going to be rather horrifically difficult for a lot of people. It's like, yes, you're a lot more flexible now, but you're a lot more triggered now. The people growing up. Not that I've really seen too much of that. I've seen people act young. Put it that way. I've seen people act young, sure. Especially the teens. It's like, for all the constant warnings and stuff we're trying to make slogans out of for the youngsters, I still see more women with children than I've probably ever seen before in my life. Why? Because again, identity. If I don't give it away now, I'll never give it away. Then I'll be that old lady with a house full of cats or something. It's like, if I don't give it away now to someone kind of more just because, then I'll never give it away. That's what I'm assuming. That's what I'm feeling out there because it's like, why? You can't wait 5 years? Well, I gotta do it now. Gotta get the experience, or I gotta get rid of that stigma. You know, if anyone else found out, it's all over. My identity is ruined. Oh God! And it's like, it's even worse. Having to pull the shit alone. It's like, well, where's the guy? It's like, he's not here. He never promised himself to you. It and in your second, well, now I have this new title. It's called single parenting. See, that's the thing. Is that you're a victim of circumstance or you're a victim of your own stupidity. Either way, you're going to affect your identity. Outside factors, inside factors, you're going to affect your identity. Because you're so scared of your identity that you risk screwing up your identity. Everyone's got to get that street cred with their buddies, male and female. That happens. So identity is key, but you gotta watch out for these pitfalls. You know, trying to always look good in front of others. Trust me, it's not worth it. Look good, sure, but don't try to constantly keep looking good constantly. It leads to more problems, especially with youngsters. Youngsters expect way too much out of each other. They expect each one of them to be like Superman or something. It's ridiculous. It's difficult because it's just so. It's just so. It's stupid, is what it is. It's stupid, and it's sad to constantly keep getting hangups on your identity instead of focusing on the problem at hand, which is not just you. You have a family to take care of. You have responsibilities. You know. Oh, I just blah. And you just give up. Give up. My parents never gave up. I'm pretty sure I said this before in a previous video, but I'm saying it here again. My parents never gave up and said, "Oh, I can't. Oh, I just lay on the couch and drink a beer or something." No, you don't have a job. You went on. You get a job. They weren't caught up in their social ideology of of their place in the world. They didn't have time for that. They didn't say, "Well, I'm clearly don't feel like a man because I'm not working anymore and I can't find another job. Oh, woe is me. Or my mom saying, well, I'm just a housewife. You know, I don't have anything else to do or anything else about that. You know, or she can't work anymore because she hurt herself. I still remember that. That was rather a bit upsetting. But the thing was is that they didn't get caught up in those sense of social ideology of identity. They got back on that horse as soon as they were willing and able and said, okay, let's do this. You know, if I'm not the breadwinner, then what am I? Oh. So my parents were practicalists. They've worked hard all their lives. They know what hard work is. So they knew not to get bogged down by identity politics or whatever, or social identity. You know, what is their place in the world or their place in society? You know, it's I'm a worker. If I don't have work, go find work. Go do something. If I need to earn money, go find a way to earn money. She even cleaned up some houses, much like Dad did. Of course, that was a rather weird time because my brother had to pick us up from school, and no one told me what the hell's going on. So yeah, I hate that. It scared the shit out of me, honestly, because it's like stuff is happening, but no one is telling me or giving me a straight answer or an answer I can understand. It's like you just stand there and wait for hours while you're in some stranger's house, while your mom is cleaning, and you're told to just stand there and don't ask questions. It's just weird, and it's like I don't understand, and this is concerning me greatly. It's like, oh, you're trying to earn money. Didn't say that. Didn't say I'm here to clean up the house because I'm trying to earn us some money. It's okay. I'm not gonna think less of you. My mom actually thought that because the marriage was over by with her and Dean, but she thought I would think less of her because she was um, feeling more romantically involved with a friend of the family, which she kind of had a thing for years, but never bothered to really try. And she said, "I thought you would think less of me now that the marriage I'm having is over. We're still in the process of divorcing. Think less of me because I'm starting to side with him." It's like, no, I think more of you because of that. Because she's found someone nice, you know, someone we've known for years, practically 15 years or something like that. We've known him for years and years and years as a family friend. And yeah, her finding someone nice like him made me think more of her. But she thought I would think less. It's like what? No. But anyway, so yeah, just be a worker, but don't be like, you have to be a type of worker, you know. And if you're not working, then what are you? It's like you're in the space in between. All right, there are spaces in between stuff, between doing one thing and doing another. There's a space in between, and you're in that space. Not everyone wants to be in that space, but it means take a moment, take a breath, do some self-reflection, and then proceed on to the next thing. It's okay. The world isn't going to end just because you're in the space in between. But yeah, just keep on trucking. That's all you can do. Just keep moving forward. What I learned from my parents. This is why I'm still alive, despite everything else that goes on in here. Trust me, you don't want anything that goes on in here going on in your head. All right. Now, you all take care. And we're still in the middle of this coronavirus thing. And Bill Maher is right. We've been naming viruses after places and regions for, well, decades. You know, so I don't think we should, try to play favorites now. We've never done that before. So, anyway. Bye.